Hello, this is TJ with the Gospel Clubhouse. I'm not going to show you a song this time. I want to just show you in general some chords. I've got a lot of requests about just how to play chords in general. There's a saying that goes, if you and forgive me for misquoting, but if you give somebody fish, you'll feed them for a day. But if you teach them how to fish, you will feed them for a lifetime. I thank you all for all of your support on the tutorials on the songs I've been giving. Hopefully they've been a blessing to you and been able to show you how to play some of those songs. There's a lot more to come, but I also want to take a moment and just show you in general chords. Just some of the basic chords. I don't consider myself to be a profound keyboardist at all. I consider myself to be really fairly average. I have a basic set of chords that I use, maybe about 6 or 7 chords that I use, and I apply that to any key that I play in. But for the most part, I'm playing the same chords. The bass line may vary, which may trick the ear into thinking it's a different chord or a fancy chord. But for the most part, I'm playing the same chords over and over again. So I wanted to run through some of the basic chords that I'm doing. Hopefully you'll be able to practice these, get them down, and then apply them to your own songs or to learning other songs. I'm going to start in the key of C today. The basic chord for in C is just your one chord. C in the bass, right hand is C, E, G. Very basic chord. To kind of pretty that up, give it a little bit of color, you can always play a B and a D instead of the C, kind of straddle this C. As you see there, now if you change this G to an A, you kind of adds even a little bit more color. And forgive me, I'm not really deep into theory, so I don't know the technical names of a lot of these chords. So just bear with me in calling out the keys. Hopefully they'll help somebody out there, and you won't criticize me too much about not knowing all the technical chord names. But here's a one chord alternative. Run through that. This is a term that's used a lot in gospel music. 7, 3, 6 in the bass. B, E, A. Right hand is going. It goes to a D chord. A D major chord. D, F sharp, A over B. Just move this A to A flat. And this to E, and then go back to that modified one chord here. But you're playing now A in the bass. Remember, this was the same chord we learned at first. Now we're playing A. Doing it again. Now, depending on, there's a couple of more alternative ways to do this. Instead of that is your first chord for that progression. Depending on how the song is going, or depending on the type of chord that's being sung, or how the writer wrote the song, you may also, instead of this G flat, you may play F here. So you can do, or use the F instead. It changes the chord just ever so slightly. Just to give it a little bit of difference depending on what the song is. The last way is, instead of G flat, instead of F, you can play E. This pinky is still going from A, or not pinky, whatever finger is doing, it's still going from A to A flat to G. Excuse me. So regardless of how you get here, now we're here. This next chord is D in the left. Right hand is C, E, G flat, B. or the bass can go either D or G flat. Now here, this is basically whatever key you're in, the key of C, go down a whole step and just play the 1 chord. So if we're in C, down a whole step is B flat, and the 1 chord of that is B flat, D, F. And play that over a 5 in the bass, or G in this case. So right now we're in a B flat chord, and just move these two notes to a C chord, C, E, G. Okay, again from the beginning, I play G flat here, and an easy way to remember this chord is don't memorize the notes, just remember that we're in the key of C. The next chord, just go up a whole step to whatever the second note of the scale is, which is D in this case, and just play a 1 chord on it. If this is in the key of D, you should know that the D1 chord is, so just play the 1 chord of the second note of the scale, and that goes in conjunction with a B here. Now we're going down a whole step from C to B flat and just play the 1 chord here. Then we're going to shift the fingers back to the C chord. And you don't even have to keep this B flat. Just go back to a 1 chord. Going back to that B flat chord. Right here, I'm just playing a 2-5-1. 2, the second note is D, 5 is G, and C at the top. I use 2-5-1 a lot in my songs. It's almost a universal chord that can be played almost with anything. Over an E, the third, and I play the D and the E here with my thumb. This is a 4 chord that I use, F. In the bass, right hand is the basic 4 chord is C, F, A. It's an inverted F chord, but I like to add that E there. E in the left, right hand is an inverted G chord, B, D, G. Here's a pretty one. Left hand is E flat. This is a nice passing chord. Right hand is D flat, E, G, B flat. We're back to the 4 chords, C, E, F, A. Left hand is now with D in the bass. I've added the 5th here in A. So as you can see, we were on the 2 chords ago, we were playing the 4 chord, inverted G chord, and we're back to the 4 chord, but the bass is moved. I just showed you this. It's a 2-5-1 with this third, 4 chord with the E. Saw this earlier, C, E, G flat in the bass. Here's a new one. E in the bass, right hand is